Hi, I'm Barry Young, and this is a new shop tour video. We moved 2,200 miles from Tacoma, Washington to Silva, Missouri, or actually Patterson, and it was 7 trips in a 26-foot box truck to move all that junk I've showed you in the last shop tour video to here. So let's get started. Once again, this is not necessary, but I like it. So here we go. Welcome to the new Young Camera Company. This is a much better facility. We had almost all of this equipment in a 2-car garage in Tacoma, and this is just going to be a lot easier. So again, we put the workbenches or the toolboxes underneath the workbenches like we did in Tacoma. However, using my normal amount of brilliance, I built the workbenches and then figured out that the toolboxes wouldn't fit underneath, so I had to raise each one of them 2 inches, which was a lot of work. We have a few more Ryobi tools in the Ryobi wall and a better screwdriver rack, and we've definitely increased the workability of this wrench rack. It is so much better than just having screws in a wooden board. We have some bicycle repair stuff. This is the bicycle repair stand, because you got to have bicycle repair no matter what kind of shop you have. That's just it. And a truing stand for straightening bicycle wheels. We've got a much better small tool rack. I built this wall and put the tools that I use the most in one area, and that really makes a difference. Here's a base of a camera I made 10 years ago. Well, I made the base 10 years ago. It never did become a full camera. I'm working on it, guys. And since we got here, we purchased a new gantry crane, which is better than the wooden one that I showed you in a previous video by a long shot. This thing is handy as can be. We also made a very handy fold-away assembly table. It all folds up, and these legs are stuck on here now, so all I have to do is extend the legs and then pick it up with the gantry crane through this chain which passes through the center, and it lifts the whole thing up, and then you just set it on the floor. One person can do it even though it weighs 200 pounds. Alright, still got the Grizzly cabinet maker saw, and always will. I love this machine. It's really good. We replaced the Delta thickness planer with this DeWalt, and I installed a helical carbide cutter head in it. Replaced the one that's just got the straight knives. This is way better. Built an outfeed table out of a couple of these awesome Harbor Freight workbenches. Had to cut a slot for the miter gauges, and this is where I spend most of my time, at this table. This is the new hardware cabinet, and you remember in the old video I had everything in those, and they're still in there, but now I went to Dollar Tree and bought these loaf pans, and they hold quite a few bolts for $1. Let's see, they're $1.25 now. They should call it $1.25 Tree. Anyway, this works out really good. I'm very happy with this. It fell off this workbench last week, so be careful when you do stuff like this. We're getting ready to add super dust collection to the miter saw, and we already have dust collection here, sort of, but I'm changing it and moving all the dust collector outside and coming through this wall and redoing all of this duct work. because I want that noise of the dust collector outside. I built this scale rack. That's just to make everything handy, and it works out pretty good. But what is really good is this plywood rack. This is for full sheets of plywood, which were before leaned over against whatever I could lean them against and on the floor, and they were in the way. And now this really, really works good. And it doesn't take too much to do it. You should consider it. Still have the Atlas drill press, and we purchased this new CNC from Onefinity. This is the Foreman Elite Foreman, whatever. And so far, so good. It's a good machine, except for the amount of maintenance that it requires, because every 3 or 4 hours, it takes 2 or 3 hours to do maintenance on it. So I'm going to make some custom fittings so I can just oil them without removing the Z-axis and the spindle, because it's a water-cooled spindle, so it's really freaking heavy. All right, still got this awesome surface grinder that cost me $250 with all these wheels, so that was a great deal. We got 3 punch presses down there that are going to be used for making bullet jackets and also for making sheet metal camera pieces. Just change the dies and chunk to chunk. We still have the 2 big punch presses too, so they'll be in here eventually. The tool and cutter grinder, can't say enough good about this thing. It really, really does a nice job. We still drill square holes with the mortising machine, and still have not got this CNC running perfectly yet. It's come a long ways since I made the last video, but for some reason I'm getting arcing in the power supply, so I'll fix that up. I took all of the C-clamps off the wall and built this bin to put them in, and that seems to work better. Plus I hung all the bar clamps on the wall here, and I'm happy with that. That works really well. Okay. Still got the milling machine from Grizzly. This was, as far as I know, the first one in the United States of this model, so I had to wait for it forever. But it was worth the wait. It's a great machine. Over here we got the old air gauge and a brand new digital one. Well, not brand new. It's new to me. Digital one. We still use the same blocks for storing end mills that we had in Tacoma. That hasn't changed. And also the taps and dies and drill bits are still organized the same way. And these, man, I can't tell you, this is so much better than the 3 different containers where you have to find the right size and stuff. You can just look at the decimal equivalent. Man, this is the way that they should make drill dispensers. We have still got the engine lathe here, and I still am raving about it. It's a fantastic machine, just like I showed in the video in Tacoma. And I just last week finished this U-shaped table for all of the bench mounted tools. The only thing that doesn't fit on here is the hone, which I have to get something special built for. But this works pretty good for all the grinding and sanding equipment. Okay. And here's a little device that I built. Because this corrugated hose drags on the corner of a workbench when you pull it across, it's very annoying. So I built this overarm boom, and it's just some 1/2-inch black pipe, and you can swing it out over your workbench and sand without dragging that hose across the corner of the workbench. And there's a nice place to store it so that this disc doesn't get damaged. And it folds up pretty small. It's also got a cyclone dust collector on it. And these things are great because they collect almost all of the chips. And then every one of my vacuums has a HEPA filter and a vacuum bag and a pool sock covering the HEPA filters, so I shouldn't have to replace those expensive filters. That's the goal. All right. And here's the old bandsaw that we brought from Tacoma, and it's still cranking out parts night and day. It's a great thing. Plus we got this big resaw, so we can make boards thinner, split them into two, whatever. And this is the blade that came with it, so it's absolute junk. But I do have a proper blade to go on there. Still got the Atlas shaper, and don't ever use it. But if I ever make an internal ring gear, I'll be glad I have it, because that's the only machine you can use besides a gear shaper to make an internal ring gear. The 20-ton shop press and the Harbor Freight engine hoist have both been converted to air over hydraulic. So there's no more pump in it. You just press a button, you hook it up to air, press a button, and it automatically lifts or presses. And that's a big recommendation. Since we got here to Missouri 4 years ago, we've added prime weld MIG, TIG welding equipment. I got this awesome welding table. I was driving down the road and I saw it on the side of the road with a for sale sign on it, so I just about caused an accident when I stopped. We've added a panel saw, which looks like you can't use it because the or the assembly table's in the way, but it just takes 5 minutes to set up this table, and then you have full access to that panel saw, which didn't work when I got it, and now it works fine. Still have the Harbor Freight small bandsaw, which I still highly recommend very, very much. What a great machine. We got the big vise and the big vise stand, and I've added hammer racks, which makes that good. And anybody that has oxyacetylene should buy a wheelchair and convert it to carry their cylinders. This thing works great. We do have air throughout the facility, but I used this really fancy, expensive hose this time, and that was a huge mistake because I've had 3 leaks since I put it in. I guess that's all that really matters. Yeah, we're done. That's Young Camera Company, which is still around. It's just I've been busy moving this stuff. We actually drove the 26-foot box truck farther than it is around the equator to bring all this stuff here. I'm tired. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.